tonight, we close out the first half with Jody Dvorak and her ongoing crusade against her former Bell Council associates, this time facing vivacious Virginia Austen.
This next contest, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Brisbane, Australia, vivacious Virginia Austen.
She's got dead eyes, Chief, lifeless eyes, dead eyes like a doll's eyes. Doesn't seem to be living until she bites you. Yes, sir, Virginia Austen. Oh, late of the Bell Council. Now trying to strike out on her own, same as Jody Dvorak and Brandy Knox. And so far, meeting with moderate success, you might say.
But still highly unstable, just a little bit on the whacked out side, and in the foulest of moods, having just blown her shot at the women's world title against Jeannie Dynamite. And Frosty the Snowman has better chances on the corner of Hellfire Boulevard and Brimstone Lane than Ginny does of seeing a world title shot for many a moon.
Well, the Memphis Millionaires may very well have missed hotter than July, but she's back on August the 2nd tonight.
And her opponent, from Montana, California, the Memphis Millionaires, whip-kitten Jody Dvorak.
A Memphis Millionaires laid up in bed for hotter than July with a 103-degree fever. No way was she capable of competing that night. But Jody Dvorak has returned, and her crusade against her one-time compadres continues tonight, following up Jody's win over Brandy Knox with a possible second consecutive win over Virginia Austen.
It is wild, the transition that Jody Dvorak has made since December last year at the Memphis Million. And now she's got all this fan support. It is just crazy. You would never believed it 6 months ago.
Jody better work fast on her much bigger and stronger opponent to keep from losing this one. Virginia is gonna exploit that edge to the max.
Like totally to the max. All right, I'm done playing. I'm gonna go to work now. Well, guys, this is gonna be good, but I can't wait to get to the second half tonight. Well, Virginia Austen and Jody Dvorak, former friends, about to duke it out. The ref rings the bell. They come center ring. They lock it up. Jody whipped to the far corner by Virginia Austen. Look at the size difference on these two. Virginia drapes the leg over the middle rope, delivers a kick to the leg. Jody seated in the corner. Virginia Austen drags her out, takes herself up to the middle rope. Oh, man, right into the chest of the whip kitten. Jody dragged center ring by Virginia Austen. Rebound moonsault off the top rope. Is crushing the ribs of the Memphis Millionaires. Virginia Austen with a vulgar display of power right here. Has her all the way up, way in the middle of the air, and comes crashing face first into the canvas right in the heart of the logo. Jody quickly back up on her feet, gets a hold of Virginia Austen. Austen held up for the suplex, but no. Here's a counter. She goes behind. German suplex on Jody. And Virginia Austen taking control of things now. Here's a knee to the head, a series of stomps. Jody Dvorak in trouble here. Snap suplex. A hard one from Virginia Austen. Austen rounds her up. Sweep of the leg from Jody Dvorak. Rebound off the middle rope. Nails her with the moonsault. Jody real quick on that one. There's a stomp to the shoulder of Virginia Austen. And just like that, things have turned over real quick. Knee to the head off the top rope. Jody Dvorak rounds Virginia Austen up. There's a kick. There's a right. There's a left. There's a couple of knees. Down goes Virginia Austen. Wrist clutch, knee to the head. Here's a cover and a hug of the leg. One. Just a one. Huh. Series of wrist clutch kicks and a rolling forearm from the Memphis Millionaires. Virginia Austen counters with a dragon screw. Back up. Quick counter from Jody. Jody Dvorak unloads with some lefts to the side of the head of Virginia Austen. Here's a stomp to the midsection too. Rebound off the middle ropes. Another moonsault from the whip kitten. Jody Dvorak Rounds Austen up. Austen counters with a kick to the midsection. A shot to the mid... Oh, man. Jody Dvorak counters again. Whips Virginia to the far corner. Kick to the ribs. And now yanking the arm hard across the top rope. Jody moves in on Virginia. Goes right back to that arm again. Really tugging it. Virginia Austen drapes the leg over the middle. She is just using the hell out of those ropes to hurt Virginia Austen. Austen whipped over the top rope out onto the floor. Jody rolls out in hot pursuit. Series of hard right hands. Referee Tom Canamora already counting. There's a stomp to the midsection. Virginia Austen catches a knee and a spin kick to the head from the Whip Kitten. Jody countered with a kick to the leg. Hard shot to the midsection from Jody. Virginia counters with a kick. Austen rounds up Jody. Opens up with a series of shots to kick. Jody Dvorak rounds her up. Pitches her towards the corner. On the outside, the referee still counting. Jody pacing around. Here's a hip toss from Virginia Austen. Austen with a stomp to the shoulder of the Whip Kitten. Jody quickly gets out of the way. Goes behind. Look at this here. Quick counter from Virginia Austen. Shut up. Man, this one's been hot and heavy already. Virginia Austen countered by Jody Dvorak with a roll. Kick to the head from Virginia. Oh, man, there's that leg drop she does. Could be trouble for Jody. A driving knee right into the head of the Memphis Millionaires. And here we go again with another military press from Virginia Austen. Face first into the floor. Referee still counting as Virginia Austen makes her way back inside the ring. Jody Dvorak still reeling on the outside. A little bit of showboating from Austen over the... Oh, well, that did not work out the way she planned it. Goes for a couple of slaps across the chest instead. Jody Dvorak catching it from vivacious Virginia Austen at the present time. Head first into the apron goes the Memphis Millionaires. Virginia Austen finally heeding the instructions of the referee gets her back inside the ring. Jody with a kick. Inverted Russian leg sweep face first into the canvas. Here's the cover for Jody. 1, 2. Well, just about 2 and change. Virginia Austen powering out again. Jody off the middle rope. Another moonsault to Virginia Austen. Another series of hard left hands. And another stomp to Virginia. Virginia Austen now on the wrong side of business as the Whip Kitten Jody Dvorak starts to really open up on her former Bell Council buddy. Wrenching the arm for all it's worth. Couple of knees right into the back of vivacious Virginia. Jody Dvorak sensing there might be victory at the hands here. And light at the end of the tunnel. Up over the shoulders goes Virginia Austen. There's a GTS skull, knee to the skull, and here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Well, so close yet so far. Man. Virginia Austen refusing to give up the ship. Jody all the way up on the top. Misses with the double boot stomp. Virginia Austen back up on her feet. Kick to the midsection. She's setting it up. A long good night. Head first into the canvas goes Jody Dvorak. Virginia Austen sets up the roll-up pin. 1, 2. Well, now, this one definitely got interesting. Another leg drop to the shoulder of the Memphis Millionaires. There's a stomp from Virginia Austen. Look at this. A sadistic stretch. A possible submission. The referee monitoring Jody Dvorak, asking her what she wants to do here. Jody counters. Finds her way out of that one. Don't ask me how. Hard whip to the, out onto the floor went Virginia Austen. And she rolled out hard. Hard stomp to the midsection. Wrist clutch, knee to the head from Jody. A counter from Virginia. And again, the referee just watching and counting. That's all he can do. Couple of stomps to the arm of Jody Dvorak from Virginia Austen. Austen pitches her into the ring steps. Jody Dvorak definitely feeling that one. A little bit of taunting, a little bit of trash talking from Virginia Austen, who breaks the count. Comes out, goes after Jody again. Rounds her up. Nasty kick right to the face. Virginia Austen with a double snap of the leg to the Memphis Millionaires. Jody Dvorak still in that corner and still in big trouble. Austen all the way up off the... Whoa! A Hurricane Rana off the top rope, followed up with that leg drop. Jody Dvorak in big, big trouble here as the referee continues to count. Virginia pitches her halfway across. And still not done working on her either. Jody Dvorak rounded up to a standing position, driven into the apron. Virginia Austen putting the boots to the Memphis Millionaires. And this one definitely got intense. Virginia Austen sets her all the way up. Jackhammer on the outside. Not a nice thing. Virginia Austen drives Jody into the ring steps again, and Jody, a whole lot of unanswered offense. The whip kitten quickly counters. There's a couple of shots, a couple of slaps. Virginia Austen bouncing off the apron. The whip kitten opens up with a series of shots and kicks, and down goes Virginia Austen. Jody drives her into the ring steps in payback. Rolls herself back into the ring. Jody Dvorak indicating to the fans here in Calgary that she is all right. Virginia Austen, meanwhile, still laid out as Tom Canamora continues to count. Jody breaks the count, comes on outside, drives a knee into the head of Virginia Austen. Almost 10 minutes into this match. Still no pin, still no submission. Jody winds up the arm. Virginia Austen unwinds it, counters into an arm drag. Jody gets a hold of her, drives her into the barricade, rolls herself back inside the ring. Virginia Austen against that barricade as Tom Canamora continues to count. Less than 5 minutes to go in this wild matchup between these two former friends. Jody Dvorak slides out, gets a hold. Virginia Austen gets a hold of her first. Gets her back inside the ring. Virginia Austen with a slap. Gets a hold of Jody. Takes her to the far corner. A shoulder right into the midsection. Gets her up by her throat. Takes a walk with her. Drives the knee into the back, picks her up. Does it again. Double backbreaker to Jody. Rebound off the top rope moonsault from Virginia Austen. Jody Dvorak has been getting a whole lot of beating on here. Another possible submission here. Virginia Austen stretching Jody Dvorak for all she's worth. Tom Canamora watching it. Austen releases the hold. Rounds Jody up by her hair. Slams her face first into the... Jody in big trouble here. Off the top rope with a leg drop right across the throat of the Memphis Millionaires. Here's a cover. 1, 2. I would have sworn that would have been the end. Almost a 3 count too. Jody rounded up again. Hard right spins her around. Jody counters with an elbow. Running fist. Here's a cover. 1, 2. You gotta be kidding me, man. Wow. Neither one of these ladies is giving up easy. Jody goes right back to work on Virginia Austen before it's too late. Slowing things down just a little bit. Trying to make her give up or something. or at least wearing her down to try and get her to give up. But Jody stretching the arms of Virginia Austen, a pair of knees into the lower back. Virginia Austen rounded up hard, right, spinning her around. Jody has her up, another GTS skull to the face. Cover, hook the leg, 1, 2. Well, finally, this one does come to an end with the whip kitten Jody Dvorak picking up the win over Virginia Austen.
The time, 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jody Dvorak.
Alright, there you have it, the whip kitten putting another notch on the belt at the expense of vivacious Virginia Austen. And what a matchup with a little bit less than 3 minutes to go. Virginia Austen certainly didn't give up the fight easy, but the whip kitten Jody Dvorak winds up getting the win anyway. Well, that was pretty cool. Alright, that wraps up the first hour tonight of RWL Snarl. But stick around, that second half is coming up in just a little bit.